Hey y'all, it's your girl, the real D Beats, and
Tyra.
yes, y'all, that's my cousin. She's here today with us doing this love topic, and y'all already know what station y'all done turned to. You've officially been fluffed. So with this topic, we're gonna be discussing like our current relationship status. We're gonna be talking about past experiences, ideal partner qualities, beliefs about love, and how to navigate pretty much our love life. So definitely stay tuned, and we're gonna definitely entertain you tonight. So we're gonna start this. I ain't gonna make it so hot just yet. So we're gonna start off like this. So Tyra, do you believe in love at first sight?
I do. I do believe in love at first sight. I do. Should I elaborate?
Well, that's let y'all know my answer. My whole damn start up there. Okay. And we're back. How many minutes? Just say 9 minutes. I don't know. What that number say, Tyler?
I would have said that. It's been that long.
Okay, we're back, y'all. Due to a technical difficulty. Yeah, don't judge me. Me and my daughter was just arguing about how to say that earlier. But so what was we? Do you believe in love at first sight?
And I do. Should I elaborate?
Yeah, you can elaborate.
Yes, I actually do believe that you can meet someone and instantaneously have a sense of love. I think it also depends on the person you are. I think naturally I love people. So usually it's easy for me to already love somebody because I'm naturally a people. I love people.
That's understandable. For me, I can't say. I have a like my demeanor is like people automatically feel like I'm mean. Oh yeah, remember y'all I told y'all I'm a mother and so is she. So we got 12 children in the house right now, baby. So wait, is it 12? No, it ain't 12. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm giving us more than we got. It's 9.
It's 9.
Damn, I just gave us 3 extra children. I rebuke that right now. I rebuke it. I do too. But if y'all hear little children, you hear me yelling, cursing them out, y'all already know how we do. So
that's right.
Come on. But I have a really tough demeanor. So a lot of dudes would look at me and just be like, "She mean," or like, should I?" But it's tough. I'm tough. Like I might start liking you, but I got to wait for you to kind of be like, "Oh, I'm feeling you," or So it's hard for me to kind of do the first sight thing.
Okay.
But eventually, with time, if you got some good, holler at me, then let's talk about it. That can help. That can help the situation. Okay, so how do you define love?
I define love. It is a feeling. It is an action. It's a state of being. So I think that I define love as your willingness to allow somebody to just be themselves and to still appreciate all they have to offer. Yes. So love is just appreciating that person with all they have to offer, no matter what it is that they got going on. I think it's your willingness to forgive off rip before they even offend you.
Almost like an unconditional.
Yeah, just like that's
when you can love somebody through their wrongdoings, you can love someone throughout their good doings, their situations, anything like that really defines love. Like you can love them regardless of who they is. You can see the good in them even when you see the bad. So that does define love, I can say.
Yeah.
Not many people say that we give unconditional love because we're human, but it's about the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you keep loving that person throughout everything, then I would say it's unconditional.
Yeah.
What are the most important qualities you look for in a partner?
I'm a believer of the Lord. I'm gonna put it out there. So I'm definitely looking for them to know who God is. But also, all right, I want the mic.
Mic check.
Also, I look for communication. I look for um, hmm, I think communication is very big. They need to be able to regard their communication.
That's like one in the top.
Yeah,
top
and of
five.
course, how they pour into themselves. Mm-mm.
And we're back. That's how I keep track. Yeah, so I would say, yeah, communication is one of the top five when it comes to qualities in a relationship. I would say honesty.
Mm-hmm.
I should be able to trust you.
Mm-hmm.
That's big. Honesty. Like, even if it's something you've done that you regret or anything, be honest with me. Tell me about it. I might want to knock your ass out, but honesty is what I can respect, and that's a part of my trust for you. You definitely have to be able to bring it to the table. I can say that for sure.
Yeah.
You gotta have a nice little piece of wood too. I ain't gonna play about that. Like, you gotta have a nice piece of wood.
Jesus.
And you know what I mean by wood.
Jesus.
Not the little skinny things. Them cute, but I like. We'll talk about that another time. But yeah. Oh Lord. What is your biggest fear about relationships?
Oh, I think my biggest fear is.
So what is your biggest fear about relationships?
I think my biggest fear about relationships is having a version of a person that you are drawn to, and then realizing that that's not who they really is.
Ooh.
I do not like finding out that a person have put on a facade.
Yes, and it's usually after you have a baby with them.
Yeah. Oh. We're not even going to get into that.
Honey.
We're not even going to get into that.
Listen, especially when you don't bring everything to the table in the beginning, like, let me know this is who you are. Before you sweep me up and put me into this different lifestyle that I wasn't ready for. Like, that's the biggest fear.
That's a huge fear.
Be upfront with me so I can agree, so we can both determine if this is what we want.
Yes.
If this is what we want to be with.
Don't trick me.
Yeah.
Don't trick me.
Don't trick me. I know that song. What song? No one got that cash. You ain't even got to ask. Have anything you want to. I can put it.
It ain't chicken if you got it.
Chicken if you got it. Ain't chicken if you got.
Don't trick me. I don't like that.
That's a no-no.
That's a no-no.
Listen.
That's definitely a big fear of mine, because you can get everything back, but your time you cannot get back.
And especially at this grown age.
Yeah. Like, you know, invested all this time just to find out that Bill is Mike.
Yeah. Or Mike is Bill. Look. Like, listen, we ain't finna do that. We is not finna do that. We too grown. We got kids. You can't be tricking people when you got kids involved. Like, you can't do that. Like, that's a big no-no, honestly. What is your ideal first date?
Ooh, so my ideal first date, I would like to go somewhere that is very open. I want to see how a person deal with other humans. I want to see their ability to thrive in any atmosphere. So I would like to go somewhere fun where we could be a kid, almost like a Dave and Buster's or something, just so that I can see how you are. If you're too serious, or if you treat people with respect, I would definitely want to do something like that. Something where we could play games and stuff. Have we gonna have a little drink or so. But to loosen up, I want to see that side.
Right, and that's what I would say. Like, honestly, on a first date, I would say we definitely got to go somewhere to eat and drink. That's how I always like to start off. We have to do something after, something fun.
Yes.
You know, just something where we can communicate or see other sides of each other. Like, I like it as a first date. And I can say, like, even if it's not a date you have to pay for stuff on, long as we're able to step out the box and have fun and communicate, I'm down.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, I take that back. I don't even think I want to drink on the first date. I want to see you sober minded because I need to know
I want
what
to
you
drink,
do, what you're dealing with. I don't even know if I want you to drink.
I
I
want
want
to
to
drink.
see
Some of them
if
emotional.
I want to see if you could deal with life outside of anything else. Because if I'm gonna be with you, I'm gonna see you sober more than I'm gonna see you not sober.
Look,
I would hope so.
Come sober and leave drunk.
Look, I would hope so.
Look, come sober and leave drunk. Because I want to see you before you drunk, and I want to see you after you drunk.
I would definitely.
I definitely want to see if you one of the ones that when you drink you tell it all. Because baby,
Oh,
I
you wanna
got
know
a
all
big
the
ear. I'm ready to
answers.
hear. I'm ready to hear.
Yeah, I want to see you in your sober mind. I want to see, because I don't drink like my cousin. My cousin be drinking. I'm not a drinker. I have a little wine here and there. You know this.
Yes, baby, we got to be able to hang. I got to make sure you can hang.
Yeah, I want to see if you're sober minded, because most of the time I'm sober. So I want to know if you can take and do whatever I can do, and it will be a match.
As long as you ain't using it to like
to
handle life.
Yep.
Like, let's
Because that's a lot of these men, they on these drugs and these
listen.
That's when
don't come to me on no drugs, baby.
Yeah.
I've been there, done that, went through that, and ain't trying to go back to that.
Yeah, I need to take a sip for even thinking about it.
Let's both take one.
No.
Say,
No. No.
So we're gonna talk about past relationships. Okay. This one might get a little sticky.
All right.
What did you learn from your last relationship?
What I learned from my last relationship was that it is okay to love somebody and remove yourself from their environment, especially when they're kind of set in their ways. I also learned that there's no amount of love that you can give someone if they are not willing to change themselves. Definitely learn that love is not just giving in to make something work. Sometimes love is walking away. I learned that. I really did learn that. That sometimes love, you gotta love somebody enough to let them go when it's time to let them go.
Yeah, and see, what I learned is like, never make yourself feel responsible for what your partner is going through, especially if you're not the reason they're going through it. Like, that's a sign of trauma. Mm-hmm. Allowing yourself to feel responsible for making their day better if you're not the one who made it worse. So I put myself in a predicament where I tried hard over and over to try to make someone happy when I'm not the reason they're going through what they're going through. So we have to understand how to separate other people's trauma from our own and allow them to get the help that they need. So I don't want to open myself up to that type of situation again where now it's my trauma.
Yeah.
So I did learn that from my previous relationship. Like, if you're having a bad day, baby, go pray about it. Mm-hmm. And come back to me when you got it. When you feel better. When you got it all together. Yep. But I would no longer try to force myself to make somebody have a better day because you can never make them really. You can never really make them happy. So I did learn that. Oh, public safety alert. Y'all, severe weather expected overnight in DeKalb County. A dangerous storm system, including tornadoes, damaging winds, heavy rain, and hail, is expected to impact DeKalb County overnight. Shelters for the unhoused have been opened. Oh, Lord.
Jesus.
Y'all, there's some stuff going down in Georgia. What is the most important thing you've learned about love from your past experiences?
The most important thing I have learned about love is that love is what you give yourself. And if you don't love you, you really can't love anyone else. I really learned that. You could lust other people, you could like other people, but if you do not love yourself, You cannot love nobody else because that is not even love. It's obsession. You become obsessed with them.
Yep.
You become obsessed with trying to mirror whatever you can mirror so that you can think that that's going to give you love for loving them or seeming like you love them. But I really learned that if you don't love you enough, you cannot love them at all. It's not going to work.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not going to work. And I believe in the word. The word say, love thy neighbor as thyself. So you got to love yourself first. You cannot love nobody else until you love yourself.
And one thing I learned is love doesn't change. So if love is changing, then is it love? Or like she said, is it lust? Like, come on now. That's one thing I learned. Love does not change. And if you look at it, look how we love our children. Throughout every stage of their life, we still love them the same.
Yep.
Whether they're a baby, whether they're a toddler, whether they're a preteen, whether they're a teenager, whether they're a adult, the love doesn't change. Time changes, but love doesn't change. So that's one thing I've learned from my experience. Is like, I can say that. Have you ever been in a relationship where you felt like you couldn't be yourself?
I think honestly, to be honest, majority of my past relationships, I feel like I could not be myself. I dealt with a lot of people who were broken, and I either tried to measure up to what I thought they thought was good, or I tried to dim myself down because
Hold
on. But yeah, my past relationships.
So you feel like you couldn't be yourself?
Yeah, I definitely couldn't be myself a lot of times. I was either trying to dim my light to get down to their level, or I was trying to find a way to make myself bigger than what I am. And one thing I'm learning is that you gotta be who you are at all times. And I think I just used to change that up so much. Like, I'm trying to be this person because this is what I see that catches their eye. So now I'm gonna try to manipulate myself because I got them on the attraction part, but personality, they want this girl who wild, or they want this girl who bougie or stuck up. You know what I mean? So I would try to fit that, but that's just not who I am. So I feel like majority of my relationships have been definitely me not being myself, because when I was myself, it always was a problem. It always caused an argument, or some type of faulty situation where I'm always to blame.
And see, and it's like that, and it's like I've always had to come in with a strong demeanor, because it's like I could never come in soft, because I always felt like I would get played with if I didn't, show this demeanor ahead of time. So it's like, and then it's like, as soon as you let down your guard and become soft, it's like you wish you never did it. So I've always had to come in a relationship stronger than I felt like I've had to. So that's my version of not being able to come in as myself. Okay, so we're going to talk about current relationship status. Are you currently seeing anyone?
Yes, I am. I am currently seeing someone.
I'm currently seeing someone too. What are you looking for in a relationship right now?
Right now, the biggest thing that I appreciate in this relationship is the communication and the maturity and the peace. And like we said, the ability to be myself at all levels.
And I can agree.
Be myself.
Yeah, I can agree. And just peace. Big on the peace.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to be at a point where I'm arguing, having to fight, none of that. Like, just give me peace. You know, you already got to deal with the kids. Be there for my mental.
Yes.
Like, be the person I can run to when I need peace, not the person I'm running from when I need peace.
I like you said it. You dropped the mic, cuz. Drop the mic.
Okay. What are your deal breakers in a relationship?
Right now my deal breakers are lack of communication,
Mm-hmm.
a liar. I cannot deal with it. Um, and just those are the main ones. Because if
Yeah.
you can't communicate, it's just not we not.
Communication.
Yeah, I don't even know what else.
We too old. We
Yeah.
over 30. Like
Yeah,
communication is key. If we can't communicate, baby, what are we doing?
yeah.
Why are we here? We have to communicate to our kids. Why can't we communicate? So
If you could
I can say that's a deal
properly
breaker.
communicate, we could overcome anything.
Yeah.
No matter what challenges you may be facing, if you could properly communicate and effectively communicate, that shows me that you have thought about it, you want to fix it, and you want to change it. But when you're not a communicator, oftentimes that means that you're not willing to change and you don't want to talk about it. But if a person could communicate, we literally could overcome any situation
Yep.
because you put some thought in trying to work it out. You already know that I want to talk about it because I want it to be exposed and I want to grow.
That's
People
true.
don't like to communicate, they don't want to grow.
Yeah, that's true.
They avoid it because they know that it comes with change. The next thing is how do we solve it?
Exactly.
They know that conversation gonna end up to what do we do next?
What we do next, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true. I'm trying to tell you, if and especially, I hate those relationships where people feel like they don't have much to talk about with their spouse. Like, why would you never not have enough to talk about?
Yeah.
Y'all just talk about the same crap every day. Like, just y'all run out of stuff to say. Like, that's reevaluate your relationship.
Yes.
Do you feel comfortable talking about your love life with me?
Yes.
I can agree.
Yes.
We always play catch up, y'all.
Yes, we play catch up all the time.
We play catch up all the time.
It be some tea. It be some tea.
And clock it.
Look, that's so lame.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about some open-ended questions.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite thing about being in love?
I think my favorite thing. I'm just pushing. I think my favorite thing about being in love is the.
Hold on. What is your favorite thing about being in love?
I think my favorite thing about being in love is the thought that somebody else is carrying me as well. I think as a mother, we get so caught up in carrying us and our kids. So to be in love with somebody and have a mate that cares about you, you know that they're going to intentionally check on you.
Mm-hmm.
And when your day is bad, they're going to do whatever they can to make you feel happy, to make you know you're thought about. And I think that's just my biggest thing about being in love is that I'm thought about.
Yeah.
I'm on somebody else's mind and they have good thoughts towards me. They're not trying to destroy me,
Right.
tear me down.
Mm-hmm.
And it just gives me a sense of I don't
Security.
even know. Security. It does. It makes me feel protected. Makes me feel
It's like
cared for.
putting a lock on something.
Yes. Yes, I love it. It feels amazing.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. My favorite part is the sex.
Oh my God.
You feel like you should just fuck out like for days. Nah, I can say that's my favorite part, baby. Take me away from the world. What's the song? Sometimes I wish I could fly away.
Monica,
Baby, I need you to listen in my mind, in my soul. Baby, make me whole. Make me wake up the next day and want to cook breakfast. Maybe want to do something I don't feel like doing on a normal. Like that's my favorite part about love. Like making me feel like doing things I used to didn't have energy for. Things that I used to. That's my favorite part. They make them butterflies. We ain't too old for butterflies.
Not too old at
all. Right now make me feel like a little girl again. Like I'm a teenager. But not that little girl because y'all be thinking people be out here.
Yeah, no.
Make me feel like a teenager again.
Like Fantasia.
Yes.
Like Fantasia.
That part. So, y'all almost to the end. Wow. We got through this quick. What is the most romantic gesture you've ever experienced? I gotta think about that one. The most romantic gesture.
I think the most romantic gesture I have ever experienced was actually probably with the girl's dad. God bless his soul. Um, we had broke up, and then he wanted to go get me back, so he took me out, and we went to where he worked. He used to work on yachts, and we walked the yacht yard, and we got on different boats, and we talked about the fishes in the boats and the yachts. We went inside, and we literally had drinks, and it just felt so intentional. Like that was the most purest form of love I felt from him. And he told me I was beautiful, and it just was so intimate.
Yeah, it's like it
was so intimate.
What's that song? The small things. She talked about the small things we do for our men. Yeah. But it's the small things. It's really the small things that's done for us. Honestly.
Yes.
It's the small things that count.
And I can say, and let me not say, because I don't want to leave my man out now. He is very romantic when it comes to just sending me things. Or like, go get some wings. You know I love wings. Or he may just say, well, I'll send you this for that. You know,
like the thought. Yeah, like I was watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and when Kim was dating one of them motherfuckers, I forget his name. He something like the motorcycles. They something I can't think his name, but she was dating him, and she was on her jet going to do the work, and he had dibs on the plane for her, the little dib candies.
Oh,
and she was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like her heart melted. Like,
oh my
so it'd be like little stuff like that. Men be thinking that girls are gold diggers, girls are this girl. But listen, when you really love somebody, it's the small things. Like, bring me dibs.
Yes.
Send me some dibs. Like, like,
give me a small piece lemon pepper honey.
Right. All right.
Extra crispy. That's all.
Listen, I'm telling you. And it's like, for me, I would say, I would say the most romantic gesture was, we went to Vegas. Me and Dwayne went to Vegas for my birthday one year. And he had to leave due to a petty ass family member he had that made him have to go back to emergency flight back to Palm Beach, and that's for another topic. But I was in Vegas alone, and see me, I'm a people's person, so I still had fun regardless.
Mm-hmm.
But it was some time where I just had to reflect on it and sit there and think like, damn, my nigga ain't here with me.
Yeah.
So one day I'm sitting in the room. Or was it already in the room? I think it was already in the room when I got there. They had like it was like a wine set with the with chocolates and perfumes and so I'm like that made my time so much better. I ain't gonna lie to you. So that was now that out of everything, I would say that really stuck out.
Okay.
Out of everything.
I like that.
Yeah, especially when I was down. So it was perfect because I was like livid. So it was perfect timing. What do you think is the key to a healthy relationship? Well, we really kind of discussed that: communication, trust, and honesty. Yeah. Those are the top three.
Yep.
Communication, trust, and honesty.
And God, because we are believers. Both of us are believers. We got to put God out there. God, you got to know. You got to have something. You got to know the Lord. You got to be willing to know, or you got to know Him.
You got to have a personal relationship.
Yes, there's no other way. Because we're gonna be unequally yoked if you don't. If you don't know God, you don't know me.
Now I'm in the Lord. We can say that. Listen, I just told somebody they need to get more God in them. So listen. That's also a healthy key for real. What are your thoughts on a long distance relationship?
So I'm currently in one right now. I think it works if you're willing to work. I feel like in any situation, if you really genuinely love somebody and you want to make it work, you're gonna make it work. I mean, for me, it helps me. It helps me because I want to be married. I want to do it a different way. I feel like I don't do it every other way. So I want to be married. I want to wait until, we decide to do everything we're going to do, especially moving in together.
Yeah.
So I think it helps us slow the pace. I feel like now we live in such a fast generation where everybody is so quick. Before you blink your eye and the man done moved in. So I feel like I'm happy that we get to take our time And when we see each other, it is so beautiful because you know that you genuinely miss this person.
Yes.
So it makes it fun, and I think it gives us something to look forward to.
Yeah. And I can agree because me and Dwayne, we have been together 5 years, and I would say we met working together, and then after I got pregnant with my baby boy, he went to driving trucks over the road. And he drove trucks for about 2 years of our relationship. And, you know, I got used to it. I got accustomed to it. It made things stay fresh. Like, I was ready to see him. If he did a random pop up, I was ready to fuck. I was ready to just, like, everything, you know? So it was like, it keep things fresh, honestly. You have to have a mental state for it. Like, you really have to be, and you have to have trust, because if you can't trust somebody while they're away, you ain't gonna be able to trust them in your presence either. So I don't think it's a bad situation. You just have to be prepared
and
for
it
mentally.
keep you from idolizing them.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why a lot of relationships don't work either, because people become, they either idolize the other person.
Right. Here go one of our babies. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. It's Cricket. Just know. Blame it on the pineapples. Boy, Banyards, bitch. Okay, so damn, that bitch, you look Cricket. It got me looking like, I don't know, y'all. It's gonna have to work. Freak it. Okay, do you believe in soulmates?
I do believe in soulmates. But you want to know the funny thing I do with soulmates was, I believe it's multiple. And I believe you can have a platonic soulmate as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I just, because I really do feel like some people I have dated were potentially or possibly my soulmate. We meshed well, but then, you know, when reality, they don't want to change. I think the biggest thing is that they don't want to grow.
Yeah.
But I feel like a part of us was entwined, you know, like at first sight, we like, yeah, that's my person. Yeah. But they don't want to change.
And see, my definition of a soulmate is somebody we're going to connect after life too. Like, our souls is going to know each other. So I feel like a lot of people that I've came across is some type of, we had some type of soul connection at the end of the day. You know, I feel like after that, we're like, what's up?
Don't know
what's up? Like, so I feel like I believe in soulmates even outside of like relationships. I feel like God allows our souls to connect to family members and different things for a reason. So I feel like, being that our body, our flesh is what covers our spirit, for us to be able to survive in this world, we're not able to see each other's soul, but we can, when we get to know each other, that's how you know. That's how you get to know somebody's soul. So I feel like our souls don't connect for just no reason. I feel like after life, we're gonna connect and be like,
this is right.
This what your soul looks like. Like, no. So I feel like even just outside of relationships, I feel like there's so many soul connections. I don't feel like we get close with people for nothing. Just to die and just like
not know them again.
Never know them spiritually. I feel like it's a spiritual connection. And that's what a lot of people forget about. People just look at the outer appearance. They don't look at how deep these soul connections really are, honestly. So I do feel like soulmates are even outside of just relationships, friends, family, all that. Okay, so we're going to talk about, I think it's our last topic. We're going to talk about, oh no, we did. So I'm going to tell y'all about some important considerations. Be respectful of your boundaries. That's big. Be respectful of your boundaries. If they seem hesitant to talk about certain topics, don't push them. So if you get in that relationship, don't push nobody to have a discussion with you. Don't push them to make you know who they are. Like, listen, if it's meant, it'll all happen with no force, no trauma. Remember that. Listen actively. Pay attention to what they are saying. and validate their feelings.
Mm.
That is big.
Mm-hmm.
Offer support.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, you may be going through something, but listen, y'all could be helping each other get through it. So offer support. If they don't see you supporting them, they might not want to support you. So it's like a rubber band effect. Offer support regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Be a good friend, be a good mate by offering advice and encouragement when needed.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to encourage each other. Like it's no problem. Maintain confidentiality.
That's a big one.
I want to repeat it, but I'm scared I'm gonna mess up that second word, so I ain't gonna repeat it. I'm scared.
Confidentiality.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
And keep their personal information private. That's a part of the trust factor that we've been talking about.
That's one thing I need to work on. Yep.
Yes. Keep their personal information private. And y'all know this has been fun. I know y'all gonna enjoy this topic.
Yes.
We put y'all in our business a little bit without putting y'all in our business, but we will. That's for another topic.
Yeah.
It's been fun. It's been real. Yeah. And guess what? We're gonna leave it here. You've officially been loved. Bye, y'all. Okay, that was fun. Now this the hard part. Turn that bitch off.
I'm telling you. It's really good.